I'm gonna bring up your next comedian. He's a real friendly guy, and he's been on the scene for about a year, and he's just bubbling up, and he's a little bit laid back and a little bit calm and cool, so just sit with him and enjoy the ride. Give it up for Mr. Fred Kerr, everybody!
You know, being named Fred, I always thought my parents could have done a slightly better job in coming up with cool names for us kids. As I was complaining just the other day to my brother Jebediah and my sister Clementine. I got some bad news on the health front recently, folks. News nobody ever wants to hear. Medical lab called up and said that after running some tests, they were rejecting my stool sample. True story. So after getting divorced, now even my dumps are getting dumped. My defecation is defective. I can't possibly claim, with any credibility, to have my shit together. Thank you for that. I don't know if you've ever been to somebody's house, been in their bathroom, and found they got like a giant stack of magazines in there. Not those magazines. You know, just a stack of reading material. First of all, gross. Like, who wants to read a magazine in a bathroom? And secondly, folks, have you got time to flip through a Vanity Fair article before getting down to business? I guess I would say about you what I've always said about Justin Trudeau. You were just not ready. I was really ready to buy a cell phone, folks, and I'm glad I did. I got a fantastic machine, got a very friendly American interface, got a high-quality Japanese camera, and it spies on me like the Russian government. I'm talking about the Google Pixel XL2, where the XL stands for excessive listening. This thing, you don't even have to have the phone on, you're not even using it, and she's answering questions you haven't asked. Here, I'll set the scene. We're having a typical Canadian dinner, having a typical Canadian conversation. So somebody says, Jesus, you know, if Justin Trudeau does one more of those tearful televised apologies for something that happened 200 freaking years ago, I am just going to throw up. And then someone else will say, yeah, you know, someone just ought to shoot that guy right in the dopey male model face. That's my 11-year-old talking. He's a little precocious. Yeah, so after that happens, then we look at the phone, which you haven't even had nearby, and Google has very conscientiously laid out a series of ads for cleaning supplies and automatic weapons. This is so thoughtful. You know, normally, as a middle-aged guy, my Facebook ad feed is really tame, right? Like things like ads for Rogaine or reverse mortgages. But thanks to Google Assistant listening in all the time, I'm getting all kinds of discounts on hollow point ammunition. Very, very helpful. I once asked Google Assistant, I said, do you have a name like Siri does, like a nickname? And she said, well, for a nickname, how about, she actually said this, Lil Helper with an apostrophe L. But extra fun on weekends, but only if that's appropriate. I said, what do I think? I think it's a run-on sentence, you little vixen. But I also think that's the hottest thing I've heard from anything female in decades. Okay, let's be honest, ever. So I'm ordering a pizza on my landline because that's how old I am. And across the room I can hear Google Assistant saying, you don't usually order anchovies on your pizza, Fred. It's a little creepy. I don't actually like anchovies. I just had to put that out there to lay down a false trail to delay the inevitable day when this eavesdropping electronic biatch takes me down. Speaking of downfall, you probably heard 10 years ago Greece was in this horrible financial mess. They had to borrow a ton of money. The government just announced that they have paid off 100% of emergency loans, which is incredibly impressive when you think about the fact that Greece really has only 3 sources of revenue, right? Tourism, yogurt, and salad. Super impressive. Kind of amazing. Okay, that was so successful, we're going to stick with the food theme and wrap this up. Anybody hear what happened at the Tim Hortons in Langley, British Columbia? Anyone? For those who missed it, I can summarize it for you. A woman storms into a Tim's, demands to use the washroom, but she is so rude that the staff refuses her access. In retaliation, she just defecates on the floor and then flings it at them. True story. True story. Now, the video of Tiger Trixie's testy, turn-tossing tirade at Tim's went totally viral. And when you watch that video, as I urge you to do, let's just recognize this woman for her skills, shall we? Think about it. In 8 seconds, she extrudes this log clips it off like a cigar cutter, and just launches the thing. We've all seen professional cowboys achieve far less in 8 seconds at the greatest outdoor show on earth. Not only does this woman have amazing sphincter control, she also did not throw like a girl. This lady flung her own dung like a coked up chimpanzee playing shortstop. My name's Fred Kerr, thanks for listening.
Fred Kerr, everybody. Enjoy